most celebrity cars on the planet. Here we go. The most tacky, ill-conceived celebrity car customizations we've ever seen. Coming at number 1, Dennis Rodman's Hummer. Owning a Hummer H1 on its own is a red flag that someone is devoid of taste. But Dennis Rodman took the word tacky to a whole new level. The former NBA player is known for being gifted on the basketball court and having an outlandish personality off the court. Unfortunately, his Airbus Hummer is one of the most cringe-worthy vehicles we've seen. Not only is Rodman represented among the bitumen style paintwork, but a series of semi and fully naked women in a style that can only be described as objectifying. It's been up for sale a couple of times since Rodman's owned the Hummer, and we have trouble imagining that anyone drove this on the road thinking they look cool. Even in Florida, will.i.am's custom 1958 Volkswagen Beetle. We can make this a list of will.i.am's vehicles, but the real showstopper is his $900,000 custom-built Tracy style car. The project started life in 2009 as a 1958 Volkswagen Beetle. Then the rapper wanted to be fit with a twin-turbo Porsche Flat 6. Sounds kinda cool. That would be one cool bug. But the Adams decided he wanted something futuristic built. So instead, the Beetle was stretched out and a supercharged LS3 from Extreme Performance was installed in the front. The creative process was, as you can tell by the product, a complete mess. Adam changed his mind frequently and the build took years to complete. Adam decided we suddenly wanted finished quickly so that he could use it for his appearance at the 2011 Super Bowl. The garage in Florida said it couldn't be done. Adam sent it to West Coast Customs, where it remained for another 2 years while Adam kept changing his mind. At number 3, Nicki Minaj Lamborghini Aventador. Nicki Minaj has become one of the most influential and best-selling female artists of all time. She is a whirlwind of vocal talent, alter egos, and an outsized personality spiced with outlandish exaggeration. Her favorite color is pink, and her hot pink Lamborghini Aventador was an inevitability. At the time, the Aventador was the car to own if you wanted to show off your wealth. And this is absolutely and deliberately garish. We debated putting this one on the list and it was completely undermined. Nicki Minaj has completely undermined everything a certain kind of Lamborghini fan celebrates in the brand. However, we are not sure is that deliberate or an act. Her other pink cars are a Bentley Continental GT that she calls a Barbie Bentley, Khloe Kardashian's Range Rover. Here, West Coast Custom makes a second appearance on this list, but it's far from the last. This time, the infamous Custom House was responsible for wrapping Khloe Kardashian's Range Rover in black velvet. If you don't know who Khloe Kardashian is, you're not missing anything. But if you're wondering why anyone would wrap a Range Rover in velvet, she said, "I feel like my car is walking a St. John sweatsuit." It strikes us one of those ideas that sound great right until it gets dirty and needs a wash. We have no idea how you clean a velvet car. Do automatic car horses have a gentle cycle? Conor McGregor's Rolls-Royce Ghost. For over 100 years, the Rolls-Royce brand has steadily built itself to be the go-to automaker for elegance, class, and style. Hence, it's utterly baffling why Rolls-Royce handed UFC fighter Conor McGregor the keys to a Ghost to drive around New York ahead of his 2016 fight with Eddie Vargas, and delivered it plastered with bro script and pictures of McGregor down the sides. Is there anything more than using a Rolls-Royce as a self-promoting moving billboard. Maybe it helped McGregor get in the mood, though. His TKO'd Alvarez in the second round, making him the first person to simultaneously hold two division titles in the UFC. Jojo Siwa's Tesla Model X. Jojo Siwa might be the most insipid celebrity on the list. She's a dancer, singer, actress, and YouTube personality that came to prominence through a reality TV show called Dance Moms. Some fellow YouTubers gave her a Model X as a gift, complete with a web that entirely covered the Model X with images of Siwa's face. She also had a BMW Series 4 that got a lot of coverage, but this one takes the cake. West Coast Custom created this abomination and claimed it where NASCAR meets Jojo Siwa, fully equipped with rainbow spinners, LED lighting, and official JoJo bow mirrors. It is ready for the racetrack. The ugly Justin Bieber's Rolls-Royce Wrath. When Canadian pop star Justin Bieber saw a West Coast Custom futuristic style Rolls-Royce, he got in touch and asked if he could buy it. The car wasn't for sale though, but California-based company took his money and created a one-off vehicle inspired by the Rolls-Royce Vision Next 100 concept. West Coast Custom created custom molds for the body kit and gave it two-tone gloss, silver and matte grey color scheme. It even boasts a professionally tuned audio setup. But we know a little about how Rolls-Royce creates its audio system and suspect Bieber might have ended up with a downgrade there. In fact, the whole thing is basically a downgraded Rolls-Royce Wrath, but it looks kinda cool actually. Chris Brown's chrome wrapped Lamborghini Huracan. I ain't had no teacher for this. Some things you gotta learn on your own, typed Chris Brown on Instagram when he showed off his color-changing Lamborghini Huracan. We'll ignore the layers of irony in that statement and instead gaze in wonder at just how tacky this abomination is. Brown has owned the Huracan for years before his web was applied, and it was one of the first in the US to have a Liberty Walk body kit fitted. Just the information uses a symmetrical pattern chrome web and, depending on the angle it's viewed from, shows different tints of yellow, orange, pink, blue and purple. Topping off the eyesore is a set of purple headlights. And we got another Chris Brown car. Chris Brown's Hot Wheels style Lamborghini Gallardo. We know some of you won't be convinced that Chris Brown's chrome Gallardo should be on this list, so include yet another commission from West Coast Customs. It's supposed to be reminiscent of a Hot Wheels car, but the result looks like it should come in a Fisher-Price box and called My First Lamborghini. Other Chris Brown Lamborghini atrocities include a digital cam wrap based on a pair of Nike sneakers and yes, another Chris Brown car. Chris Brown's USAF style Lamborghini Gallardo. Chris Brown's USAF style Lamborghini Gallardo. We don't mean to bid on Chris Brown, but he continues to commit felony level assaults on automotive design. This one can be pinned on West Coast Custom though. Instead is the work of Georgia-based customizer called Sean Burnley. Brown wanted a camouflage pattern, but Burnley came up with the idea of a P-51 Mustang style. We've seen the stylization done with true panache and usually on a Ford Mustang. That works because the Ford Mustang is an American car and the name derives from the fighter plane used by the United States Army Air Force to significant effect in World War II. That's when the United States Army Air Force insignia with the blue surround was used as displayed on Brown's Gallardo. So what you're looking at is a car built by Italian brand that's owned by a German automaker and it's airbrushed to look like American World War II fighter plane, complete with kill marks for shooting down Germans and Japanese planes. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.